Okay, welcome to Furnatex, Thomas.
Thank you, Sasha.
You discussed the art of bringing cultures together today seamlessly for interior design projects.
Which is not easy.
Yes. How do you manage to fuse them without clashing?
It's not that difficult. I find it's all about the proportion of the items and the objects, because I find most things can blend together as long as they're not all screaming too loud at each other. They need to have a little bit of a subtlety about them, and then everything mixes together quite well.
And how do you relate the crossing of cultures to the Australian market? Is that a constant challenge for you?
I think it's such a part of our culture because we are part of so many different cultures and growing more so that way every day. I think it's great that we've embraced that we are part of so many different places. So we're not trying to just have allegiance to one anymore. We've got the European influences, the American influences, and the Asian influences. I find it's quite easy for us, and it's making a true Australian identity.
You talked about proportion and simplicity in your work as well. How does this translate to your interior design projects?
I always think that everything shouldn't be the most obvious, that everything should blend together, as I was saying with all the different objects before, and that everything shouldn't be trying to compete for their own attention. It should all blend together in a soft.
The star and the five showgirls.
Exactly.
You mentioned Australians are big travellers, and how does this influence their interior design choice now, and how different is it to the style that you see globally when on your travels?
Well, I find that we're just so aware of so many different things, whereas Americans see one sort of thing and Europeans see one thing. We see all of those different influences all together, which can make it a bit daunting and overwhelming because we get too many options and choices, but that's where I find the interior designers are important to come in to edit all of these different ideas and put them into one sort of concise, compact idea.
And you also said there's that now with designers looking to go back to bespoke and that handmade, and you're sort of using that influence in your own design now. Are you taking that overseas as well?
So that's when I'm trying my very best to promote Australia to the rest of the world. I think it's important, and we are popular, and everyone is intrigued by us because they just see me showing up all the time. They have no idea that it takes us 20 hours to get there every time. They just think we sort of live around the corner. But I think and they are intrigued, that we have this amazing sort of Xanadu lifestyle down here. Mm-hmm. Everyone hears about, and they think we just sit on the beach and have a wonderful lifestyle. I always have to put on a bit of tan beforehand, so they think that I don't live in the office like I really do.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much, Thomas.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Sasha.